Hello, Wilkes-Barre Strand Knights fans, alongside NAHL head coach and general manager Tom Kowal. I'm Andrew Mossbrooks. It's time for another edition of Coach's Corner. I think this is going to be the last one for 2018. We're getting ready. Christmas break is coming up. Tom, you should be smiling a little bit more. Your team's won 5 out of the last 6. They had a great road trip going 4-1. Did anything change with maybe the attitude or the approach of your hockey club? Because they looked like a totally different team on the road.
You know, I mean, it's not much change going. It's just I think the guys are believing more into the systems. I think the guys they're adjusting. We had a young crew. We've talked about it. I don't like bringing it up much, but at the end of the day, our young guys they've adjusted to junior hockey a lot better lately. And you know, hey, we came out of the gate with a tough schedule. I mean, we've played Johnstown 6 times already at home. They're one of the best. They're the best team in the league right now. You know, we've played Jamestown. We played the Titans. I mean, the top half of our division. We've played a lot the first half of the year. So, you know, nothing against Maryland and Northeast, but at the end of the day, it's, you know, the way our division looks right now is Johnstown, Jamestown, and the Titans are kind of hanging out, and the Knights, Generals, and the Black Bears are hanging out. So, you know, right now we're just looking to, you know, make ourselves better each game, but more importantly, adjust and make the adjustments needed that you've seen in the last 5-6 games. But we lost. We're on a 1-game losing streak, so we're looking forward to bringing Jamestown into this weekend. You know, they've had our number lately, but it's about time that we score one more goal than they do this weekend.
One of the things I've actually been thinking about is, you know, it's great if you're these players to have a junior hockey coach who's been down that road, and you have with the Omaha Lancers and the USHL. So when you go back to your playing time, can you remember maybe going through a bit of a rut, whether it was the team was losing a few or you were young and starting junior hockey, that maybe, hey, you know, I can relate to what these kids are going through?
Hey, I moved away from Anchorage, Alaska to Nebraska, and, you know, when I was a senior in high school, and truthfully, I thought I was moving to Lincoln and going to be a big football fan for the Cornhuskers, but when did I find out when I landed it wasn't in Lincoln? But no, you know what, I mean, it's I laugh about it with my parents today that if I could have stayed home my first year at Christmas time when I went back, I would have stayed home. But fortunately for me, my dad said, "Get your butt out of here and go back to junior hockey," and I went back and played, and here I had a great career. So I can relate very much with them. I mean, it's a situation where, you know, these kids are young. We have a young crowd. We have a young squad. At the end of the day, we just got to kind of grow up and, you know, put some hair on our arms and at the end of the day, be men around here, because unfortunately, Johnstown, Jamestown, New Jersey, and Maryland and Northeast, they don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, that's one thing that, you know, we have an assistant coach, it's Andrew, that's younger, you know, you can kind of relate, but from the start of the game has changed a lot since I played junior hockey, but just away from the rink, it hasn't. Moving away from home, you know, and making new friends, playing with new teammates that, you know, in youth hockey, you kind of play with the same guy every other year. You have a group that you play with. Then you go to junior hockey, and junior teams pluck one from here, one from here, one from here, and at the end of the day, you're adjusting to new teammates, you're adjusting to a new home, you're adjusting to, as much as we all hate our mom and dads until we move away.
You miss them.
You miss them, you want to go home. So, yeah, you know what, as a staff, we're trying to help them as much as we can on and off the ice, and, you know, it's fortunate to see that some of these guys have adjusted and they've made the proper adjustments and it showed on the ice.
I think the way you talk about kids being young is you don't want to use that as an excuse,
Nope.
but you certainly want to talk about the young kids when they are providing. This past weekend, you took 2 from 3 against the Northeast Generals. 3 kids that really stick out to me: Jeffrey Bertrand, Brett Postula, William Otwell. William Otwell had 4 points on the weekend. He had his first NAHL regular season goal. He scored an exhibition game of the showcase. And then Jeffrey Bertrand and Brett Postula both had 2 goals over the weekend. So when you look at those guys, you know, so often we're talking about Adrian Danchenko and Tyrone Bronte, and over the last month, Jacob Badal, but now you're starting to see a couple more guys get on that high horse and start building and start developing. Did you see that with these guys? Do you feel like, hey, you know what, that kid took a step forward from where we saw him a few weeks ago?
You know, I mean, Bertrand played, you know, 15, so give or take a few games last year for us as an affiliate. I mean, we expected Jeffrey to come in here and, you know, be an impact right out the way. I mean, he scored our first game of the season and then kind of went on a little slump. I mean, so it's nice to see him pop a couple goals. You know, you know, it's unfortunate it's in a 5-6-3 loss, but you know, if those 2 goals will give him the confidence to get going this weekend, you know, he's looked really good in practice. You could just tell the confidence is back.
Right.
You know, William Otwell, we knew coming in, he's a young kid, 0-1 from Dallas. He was going to take a little longer, I mean, to adjust. I was actually shocked when they handed me the puck this weekend and told me it's Otwell's first goal. I'm like, wait, no, you scored. You know, and they're like, no, that was exhibition. So it's nice to get our young kids going because we feel we have a very strong veteran crew, that if we can get these young guys going and turn them into a veteran type player, we're going to be really good. I mean, Brett Postula hadn't played in 4 games.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, those are the type that you look at these players and say, hey, show me that I messed up. And, you know, Brett Postula can look at the staff right now when I should have been playing, you know, the last 4 games. But, you know, which is great. Brett, you know, Brett came in my office last week. We had a chat. And to see him come and play 3 great games, he could have had 5 or 6 scores. He was all over the ice. He was one of our best players last weekend against the Generals, and we're looking forward to seeing Brett play this weekend.
Is that exciting too, because it gets to the point where the first maybe chunk of the year, let's say month to 6 weeks, you're looking at a couple of guys and saying that's my offense. Well, now you're looking around and I don't know about you, Tom, I'm seeing a lot of different guys that can say, yeah, they can put the puck in the net.
Yeah, well, getting Lincoln Hatton back has really helped us. It's kind of secured our top 2 lines a little bit. You know, with Jacob Badal getting going, Temple and Bronte Danchko had a great week against the Generals. You know, so if we can just fulfill our 3rd and 4th line guys, you know, I think at the end of the day, and everyone plays their role, we could be a really good team to reckon with the second half of the season.
You look at that, and we're getting close to the second half, but first we got to finish the first half and the first part of the year, 2018. Yeah. 3 games left, 2 against Jamestown, then you'll play Tuesday against the New Jersey Titans. I think your team is red hot with wins in 5 of the last 6, but these are kids, some of them in their first year of junior hockey, and they see that Christmas break coming up. You mentioned sometimes you want to go see mom and dad again now. It's been a couple months. How do you keep these kids focused? I think the veterans may have an easier time doing it, but what about the young kids on your group?
I mean, we just spoke about it on the ice after practice. I mean, these are the toughest games of the season. You know, they have been gone from their parents, girlfriends, friends, pets. You know, I mean, you name it. I mean, we've all been there, and now they're just 5 days, single digits away from seeing them again. It's different than the end of the year because you know, hey, you're playing, you kind of know if you made playoffs or what. But right now, it's going to be a battle between the Rebels, the Titans, and the Knights to who's still in, who's still focused on, you know, who's still playing junior hockey and not at home on Christmas break yet. So hopefully our guys don't have their bags packed. Hopefully they can put mom and dad aside for another week, and you know, which will just make it more enjoyable when they get home. But we're giving the kids the benefit of the doubt right now. They've had a pretty good week of practice so far. We're just praying that Santa Claus doesn't come early and that these guys play hockey for another 5 days.
I was going to say, I think the only bags you want to see right now are bags for pucks and bags for equipment. The Knights still have 3 games, 6 big points on the line to end 2018 with a pair of games against the Jamestown Rebels, followed by the New Jersey Titans, and then we'll break for Christmas. So until then, that's it for this edition of Coach's Corner. Don't forget to follow us on social media and keep up to date at WBS Knights on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and right here on WBS Knights Hockey YouTube. And for Tom Kowal, I'm Andrew Mossbrooks. I think it's safe to say, happy holidays.
Yes. Hey, we wish everyone a Merry Christmas, obviously, from myself, my staff, from the Knights organization. It's a season for gifts, for family, for time. I wish my family my best. Big Daddy back home, my mom, my brother, Washington, Alaska. Hey, I wish everybody in the hockey world and the Knights family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I think that's a great way to end it. Thanks again, Coach.
Thank you.